Hi, welcome back. In the last video, we were working on our login form. We were checking the username against a username and a password against a password, and if that was true, we just echoed welcome back, whoever. But the person who's logging in isn't actually logged in right now. We just kind of were showing some basic scripting to how to check usernames and passwords. In this video, we're going to go ahead and learn how to actually log someone in. So let's log into our little test here again. John Smith 1 2 3 4 5. When we hit submit, it says welcome back, John Smith. If we reload, it says the same thing. If we go up to our URL bar and press enter to kind of do a hard reset of our page here, you can see we're not really logged in. It just popped us right back out, and now we have to log in all over again. So the way we do this is with what's called a session in PHP. A session is also a super global variable, just like the post and get super global variables. But the session is a little bit more advanced than that, and I'm going to go ahead and use a session right now. The first thing to know about sessions is you need the session start built-in function, which looks like this. You need this on the very first line of any page you want a session to be present on. So if you log into a site and then you click a link that goes to your profile, both of those pages will need this on them, the session start built-in function there, and it must be on the very first line once you open your PHP script. You can't have any HTML before this or any PHP before this. It's just going to cause problems for you. So once we have session start, we can go ahead and let's go down to where our user let's go down to the scenario if our username is correct compared to our database name, and our password is correct compared to our database name. Let's go ahead and add some code in here. We're going to go ahead and make a super global variable, actually access a super global variable session like this, very similar to the post and get. But inside our session brackets here, we're actually going to create an index, and we can use any word we like in here. It's very similar to creating variables and functions. Just kind of make something up. For this one, let's go username. Let's do something a little different, just to differentiate it from the rest of our code here. Let's go current user. Okay. And so if all of these conditions are true, let's create a session variable called current user, and we're going to set this variable to username. And if you remember, this variable username is whatever the user typed in the form to log in. So we're going to set session current user to username. So let's save that and kind of play with our form here again. We'll do a hard reset here by hitting enter. John Smith 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so nothing changed, but nothing broke either. So that means our session should be in good shape here. So the really cool thing about what we just did, even though you can't really see it in our browser, is now we have a variable called current user stored in our session super global variable. Now the really cool thing here is that this variable is now accessible on any page that we create after this. As long as we use that session start built-in function here at the top of any other page, we'll have access to that variable. And that's pretty good news for us, because let's go ahead and make a new file here, and we'll name it let's just name it profile. Maybe this is the user's profile page. And so the first thing we're going to do is I really should fix that. I don't know why it keeps doing PHP credits on me. The first thing we're going to do is session start, and we can ask it if is set. If you remember, is set just checks to see if a variable has been initialized yet, and we can go if is set and then our session super global variable, and let's just double check what it was named, current user. And hopefully the parentheses aren't confusing you. That's pretty much the same as this. We're having one built-in function here, and then our if statement parentheses are here, highlighted in red right now. And so that's all that means with the two parentheses there. I know that might look a little counterintuitive. So, and if this is set, then the person is logged in, and so from here we can go welcome, and we could even echo welcome. We'll concatenate our session, whatever values in that variable, current user, and let's add this is your profile. Okay, and if that's not set, if this if statement is false, because the way this would be false is if someone did not log in yet, we can echo you must be logged in to see this page. Okay. And just to recap, I did not need to use the curly braces here because we only had one statement after our else statement there. If I would have added another statement here, also echo something else, then we would need our curly braces around our else statement. So anyways, let's save that. Let's go to our test page, and we'll insert a link here just in our HTML. We'll go ref equals profile.php. Click here for your profile. Okay, so let's save this. We'll do a hard reload here with clicking enter. So we're going to click here to see your profile. And I really messed something up here. Let's see. Okay, I did not put this in a PHP script, so that's a problem. Your PHP always has to be a PHP script, obviously. So let's save that. We'll reload this. It says, welcome John Smith, this is your profile. Because what happened was we were actually logged in from the previous example, and so we set that session variable to John Smith, the current user to John Smith, and it says welcome back John Smith, this is your profile. If we did not make a logout function yet, so let me open a different browser here, and we'll be able to see the result if we're not logged in. Local host. Okay, so now we're on a different browser, and we can click here for your profile. You must be logged in to see this page. So just like any other website, we're only logged in on the browser that we logged in with. So on this one we're logged in, on this one we're not logged in. In the case of Internet Explorer here, we checked for profile PHP, we checked if is set session current user, which was false. We just echoed you must be logged in to see this page. So that's just a quick introduction to sessions. We could have also created more session variables. We could actually create as many as you like here. So we can go session. Again, this will happen if username matches and password matches. We could also set current access level or something like that. Say if they're a moderator for a forum or something like that, and we could set that to 5 if you have access levels 1 through 5 or something like that. That might not be the best example, but you can add more session variables if you like to your session super global variable. All you need to do is change your variable inside of the index here of the session between the square braces. Okay, so in the next video we'll continue with the session super global variable. So don't worry if you didn't get everything in this video. I just wanted to show you the main things to take away from this is every page that you want to use a session on, you need to use the session start as your very first PHP function before any HTML, before any PHP. The only thing before this would be your PHP opening script tag, and how to set a session variable here. We're just assigning it a value, and once we assign it this value, it's accessible to us anywhere in our whole website pretty much until we log that person out, or we'll get into that more later on, but until that person logs out, they're pretty much going to have access to anything we want them to have access to. Okay, well, thanks for watching. See you next time.